Humiliation. It doesn't just sting, it sticks. It's the kind of moment that plays on repeat in the dark corners of your mind, long after the crowd's laughter fades and the moment has passed. But what if I told you that humiliation isn't the end of your power, it's the beginning of it? Because the Machiavellian doesn't fear public shame. He uses it. To the average person, humiliation is defeat. To the Machiavellian mind, it's a setup for strategic inversion, a cold, calculated reversal that turns the one who laughed into the one who bleeds. But before you learn how to reverse it, you need to understand why humiliation works so well in the first place. It's not just about embarrassment. It's about positioning. When someone humiliates you, especially in public, they're doing three things at once. Controlling the narrative. They frame how others see you before you can respond. Lowering your status. They steal the spotlight and hand you shame in its place. Testing your reaction. Because the way you respond is what determines whether you're respected, pitied, or forgotten. And most people fail this test. They overreact. They explain. They lash out or shrink into silence. But Machiavelli would tell you, the worst thing you can do is show that it hurt you. Because the moment you look flustered, desperate, or defensive, you've given them everything they wanted. Confirmation that their strike landed. So what's the Machiavellian move? You don't react to the insult. You react to the crowd. Here's the brutal truth. The crowd matters more than the attacker. In humiliation, it's not just about what someone said to you. It's about who witnessed it. So your counterattack isn't verbal. It's a psychological theater. You don't fight fire with fire. You fight fire with frame control. Step 1. Neutralize the stage. When someone mocks you, they expect emotion. They expect defense. Instead, you go still. Not weak. Still. A sharp silence. Unblinking eye contact. A slow, almost surgical smirk. This moment isn't for the attacker. It's for everyone watching. Because what you're signaling isn't fear. It's calculation. And that shifts the energy instantly. Why? Because humans instinctively fear the unpredictable. And silence from someone who was just publicly shamed is deeply unsettling. It makes people wonder, what's he thinking? Why isn't she reacting? What does he know that we don't? The crowd now shifts from mockery to uncertainty. Step 2. Reframe the attack as a weakness. This is where Machiavelli's genius comes in. He didn't just survive insults. He flipped them into indictments of his enemy's character. Let's say someone mocks your appearance, your past, your failure. You don't argue. You don't deny. Instead, you drop one sentence, cold, measured, and loaded with implication. Something like, it's revealing how badly you needed to say that. Or, that's a lot of performance for so little impact. Notice what this does. You're not defending yourself. You're dissecting their need to humiliate you. You're framing their attack not as your weakness, but as their desperation. And now, the spotlight has shifted again. The room goes quiet, not because you exploded, but because you surgically reversed the emotional tone. Now, the attacker is the one exposed, overextended, trying too hard. This is psychological judo. You don't fight force with force. You redirect it. Step 3. Own your flaw before they can weaponize it again. If the humiliation centered on something true, a failure, it's good. Don't dodge it. Own it. But on your terms. You say, yeah, that happened. I'm still standing while you're reaching. Or, they've tried that one before. Still says more about them than me. The key here is disarming the weapon before it can be reused. When you speak your flaw with calm conviction, it loses its power. And more than that, it becomes proof of your strength. The Machiavellian doesn't hide scars. He polishes them until they blind. You show that you're not afraid of being mocked, because you no longer play by the emotional rules of the crowd. You've replaced approval with control.
Do
You
not
don't
try
need
this.
to win the moment. You just need to leave them thinking, doubting, hesitating, calculating. And that is where dominance begins. Because the goal after humiliation isn't to look strong, it's to look unbreakable. The difference is subtle. Looking strong can still invite more challenges. But looking unbreakable makes people pause, rethink, fear. Machiavelli believed that the perception of invincibility is more powerful than the proof of it. If people believe you cannot be humiliated because you simply don't acknowledge the rules that allow it, then no one dares to try again. And if they do, you won't just survive the next attack. You'll own the stage they built for your destruction and turn it into your throne. There is no greater revenge than showing the one who tried to humiliate you that you are beyond reach. Make no mistake, this kind of psychological power isn't given. It's cultivated. It's forged in the fire of social failure, betrayal, and public embarrassment. And only those who know how to weaponize perception can rise from it stronger than before. Because humiliation is never just about the words used. It's about who controls the interpretation. And in any public space, be it a dinner party, workplace, classroom, or online battlefield, the one who defines the meaning of a moment controls the emotional aftermath. That's why Machiavelli's advice isn't to retaliate, it's to redirect. Imagine someone says something that earns them a cheap laugh at your expense. Something sharp, rehearsed, and designed to corner you. Most people try to fight their way out, but the Machiavellian doesn't throw in the corner. He flips the walls inside out, because humiliation only sticks if you accept the premise of the attack. Let's say someone says, "Didn't you mess that up last time too?" The default emotional response is embarrassment, excuse-making, or denial. But that's exactly what they want. That's the script they prepared for. Now, watch what happens when you refuse to play your assigned role. You pause, let the silence stretch just a second longer than it should, and then say your decision. You've been holding on to that for a while, haven't you? Suddenly, the moment isn't about your failure. It's about their obsession, their pettiness, their need to bring you down to feel tall. And now the audience sees it too. That's the beauty of Machiavellian reversal. It doesn't deny reality, reframes it. You let the attack come, but instead of dodging it, you let it reveal them. This principle is ancient. The Stoics knew it. Sun Tzu hinted at it. But Machiavelli turned it into courtrooms, political chambers, and dinner tables. Anywhere status could shift with a sentence. He understood that in the theater of power, the most dangerous man is not the one who reacts. He's the one who absorbs everything and responds with meaning, not emotion. One of his most brutal tactics: make their insult look like a confession. Here's how it works. When someone mocks you publicly, most of the time it reveals more about them than about you. But only if you know how to expose it. Example, someone calls you overcompensating during a serious point. Don't defend, just tilt your head and calmly say, "That's an interesting thing to notice." You speak from experience.